Unleashed Overtime starts right now.
Welcome to it. Thanks for being with us. What is the Luigi attorney about?
Oh, well, yesterday, they keep saying we've got fingerprints and we've got all this evidence that he's guilty.
They had the manifesto on him. They found the manifesto on his person.
They found everything.
Yeah.
They found everything. And they say that they've got fingerprints now.
Did they find the gun?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They found the ghost gun, right?
The
that
ghost
he
gun.
had with him.
Yeah,
right?
because it makes total sense to leave your backpack in Central Park with Monopoly money, but take the ghost gun
we talked
with
about
you.
that yesterday. It was amazing that he had
So
all
weird.
this stuff with him, and he checked it out. But I saw this clip of his attorney doing a press conference yesterday, and I thought, well, that's interesting.
I haven't seen this. Cool.
Listen.
Uh-oh.
I haven't seen any evidence that says that he's the shooter. So that's, like I said earlier, and I wasn't kidding around. A couple of things. If you're going to report something, report it accurately. And remember, and this is not just a small thing, the fundamental concept of American justice is a presumption of innocence until you're proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I've seen zero evidence at this point.
Really?
And so I'm not even aware of what any charges.
I'm not even aware of any of the charges. So there you go.
Okay. Now, has he just not seen the evidence because he hasn't gotten to Pennsylvania yet? Or, I mean... And by the way, the fingerprints at the scene, that does absolutely nothing for me whatsoever.
I don't even know how you...
Stop it.
I know. Okay.
This is... There's so much more here. I don't know that we're ever going to find out. But it is not cut and dry, that's for sure.
I mean, who among us don't have a manifesto on us at all times?
Yeah, actually.
Or nearly all times.
I mean...
you're in
the room with him.
He probably does have a manifesto. He probably does.
That's 100% fact.
Yeah.
That's a badge right there. And that manifesto, just for the record, it's against little kids on airline flights.
It's written in cursive, and it's got those in the pamphlet that has the really small lines.
Yeah. And you can't read it. Even I can't read it. It's my handwriting.
Is the word vaccine used multiple
100%.
times? Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
100%.
so.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, so there's no evidence. There's no evidence. None.
Jeez. This is... Boy, I don't know. This was the thing last night when I was doing the live stream. I don't know what's the bigger head scratcher right now, the truth about the Luigi story or the drones over New Jersey. I mean, they are both equally...
I mean, the drones are...
And are they...
embarrassing.
And just the distractions, too. Like, what are they distracting us from? It's going to be interesting. It's been too quiet. I'll say that.
And I will say, they know exactly what's going on at this point.
Of course.
They
have to.
They won't tell us.
Right.
But they know exactly what it is. They have to. There's too much technology. There's too much in the year 2024 that tells them everything they need to know.
Why hasn't someone in New Jersey shot at one? Well, I realize that it's this New Jersey is a horrible gun state, but somebody in New Jersey's got a gun. Mm-hmm. How about we haven't shot at him? What are we doing? And they arrested the old man in Florida for shooting at a Walmart drone that was testing in his neighborhood. We don't have people shooting at these drones. Come on now. What are we doing?
Can we reverse engineer this just a little bit? I want you to think of the situation when there's 50 of them at a time up there, right? So you got 50. Let me get this straight. 50 Iranians, standing on a boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and each are doing their little deal? Bull crap. It's us. It's us. It's us, period.
Mm-hmm. It's our tech. And I don't know why they're out displaying it right now. They're obviously testing something involving these drones, right? Well, or maybe they're testing the response to the people who see the drones.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it's about.
There was another thing.
I don't know.
There was another theory that might hold some credence. See what you guys think about this. I was just seeing it online. Is that perhaps it is our military, it is our government monitoring for some sort of bio threat or something like that. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there.
Okay. I mean,
and it's something you wouldn't want to alert the public on because they would freak out. Like, oh my gosh, what are they? Because
the old style of doing that was flying helicopters over the areas.
In other words, are they measuring the air quality?
I'm just saying they used
seeing
to,
if they can find out
the
where
old way of doing that over the big cities were several helicopters flying back and forth over the cities, right? That's how they tested for air and looking for bioweapons. Now, I mean, absolutely, I'd be good with 50 drones flying over a city.
So are they
doing
taking
that.
air samples to see, hey, we know there's a nuke down here somewhere? I don't know.
Don't know. Something nefarious. And it's something by our government.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not nefarious. Maybe they're just testing tech that they need for warfare and they can't tell us.
But don't you do that over the desert?
I don't know. You would think you wouldn't do it over an urban area like that. I don't know. Why isn't it Area 54, 51, 53, 42?
Area out there, in the 50s.
Hut.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, I don't know, but there's just so much going on that we don't know answers to, and I'd love to have the answers to all of this stuff. I really would. It would be, I think the things we don't know that are going on that are nefarious and incredible and would seem like magic to us, I bet we have no idea. I mean, we're going to be blown away when we find out in the next life.
I mean, okay.
We're going to be blown away.
Aliens gave us some really good technology. Am I right?
You're right.
Yeah.
Whoever it was, I don't know. Maybe it was aliens. It's possible. Who was the guy that we had on? What's his name? Luis Elizondo.
Yeah.
And he really believes we've reverse engineered all of that alien tech. And so a lot of what we've gotten from, that has been applied to our new technology came from aliens. I don't know if I believe that or not, but I don't know what to believe anymore. Nobody does.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
What do you believe?
Well, you just can't trust anything. We've been shown that over and over. We've talked about it so many times. You just can't trust what they tell us. That's why when I hear one of these reporters say, well, they said it wasn't. And I'm like, and you believe that? You just dismissed it? Okay, well, they said it wasn't. Okay.
What about this, just isolated to this administration, what over the last 4 years have they told you the truth about? And all of a sudden, now they're telling us the truth. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
And both sides do this, by the way.
But I keep looking at this story today about the $900 billion military budget that was just passed by the House. And you can't help but think things like this are part of it. Things like these drones are probably part of that defense budget. Will the Senate agree to a $900 billion budget for them? Probably.
Absolutely.
We don't question it because people get too pissed off when you question the military budget. Yeah. But I think there's some streamlining that could be done. I don't want to streamline it like Elon does necessarily and cut a $2 trillion F-35 fighter program. I don't think I want to do that. But no doubt there's plenty of savings that could be applied to the military budget.
Well, I don't know. Will it get past the Senate when you have war hawks like Joni Ernst and Lindsey Graham and so many others in there that
it might not be enough.
In many cases are tied to the defense industry as far as campaign contributions. So they need to keep the war machine perpetual.
That's true. Also, did you see that the who was it? Oh, it's ProPublica that found out that West Point was lying about Pete Hegseth. Right. Speaking of defense, ProPublica found out that it was a lie that West Point told them twice that he never even applied to go to West Point, let alone was accepted at West Point. So Hegseth sent ProPublica his acceptance letter.
Love it.
From West Point.
Love it.
And they're like, oh, okay. Well, then we'll just ignore this. You didn't do the story on why West Point lied?
Yeah.
Where's that?
That's the story.
West Point flat out lied about Pete. They said, oh, no, that was just an error. Bull crap, that was an error.
No way.
They're trying to disparage this man just like everybody else. Yep. But fortunately, he's got his receipts. I mean, I guess you would probably keep your acceptance to West Point letter, and he did, fortunately.
Yeah. Who's the hoarder now? Huh? Look at that. It came in handy.
So that's awesome. He didn't wind up going to West Point because he went to Harvard and Princeton instead. But
what a loser.
Yeah, what a loser. Seriously, you just went to 2 Ivy League schools instead of West Point? What a drunken, Abusive loser you are.
Thank you.
Handsome, sure, I'll grant you that. But with Pete Hegseth, the left isn't fawning all over him. Why? Why is that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why is that? He hasn't killed anybody, but you don't talk about his abs.
Nope, you don't
and
talk
he's
about
got them.
Loving on his tats.
Yeah, we know he's got a crazy Christian cross tattoo on his chest that we need to make an issue.
The big deal they made out of that for like 3 days before they went on to the drunken stupor thing.
I love it.
Incredible.
But you know what shut this thing down? I don't think it was so much the senators finally getting on board, like Joni Ernst, that really stopped this. Let's sabotage Pete Hegseth. And I'm surprised. I've missed who they've picked up the ball and gone after next. But I think it was that Donald Trump was so clear in that sit down on Sunday that he said, I'm absolutely behind Pete Hegseth for defense secretary. Mm-hmm. And I think when they realized that they weren't going to make any inroads with Trump on that or see any kind of cracks there, they were like, oh, crap. Well, I guess we're done with this one. But I just said who's next on who the left is going to go after and rhinos. Knock on wood, maybe nobody. And I only say that is because of how Trump has stood behind his nominees. And when he doesn't, he pulls the rug out from under him like the DEA guy. And I think these senators, the Republican senators, have gotten the phone calls, and they know that they're going to be the next ones to be primaried and not have support from a sitting president if they don't support his nominee. So hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully,
you've threatened their
smooth
power.
Sailing now.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. We'll see. But as far as another appointee, Elise Stefanik for UN ambassador, even John Fetterman said he's a hard yes on her. Even John Fetterman.
He's awesome.
He's been great.
I just love him.
He really, on selective things.
Yeah.
He's been really great. He's still not voting well, but he's going to vote for Elise Stefanik, apparently. He said he always was a hard yes for Elise Stefanik, but it was a pleasure to have a conversation. So he just spoke with her yesterday. So that's kind of cool.
I have not heard the Steve Deace breakdown of the U.S. Senate, but I'm getting constant messages about how he did a power ranking for U.S. senators, and I guess Fetterman came in 12th.
Oh, my God.
In the U.S. Senate. And I don't know the formula or anything like that, but obviously I would assume like a Rand Paul and a Ted Cruz would be near the top.
Yeah.
But Fetterman, 12th best according to the Steve Deace crew. There you go.
That's something you wouldn't definitely.
No, you would not.
Just wouldn't expect that, would you? Like a year ago, would you have ever believed that we'd be saying good things about John Fetterman?
I mean,
no way.
Especially pre-reset.
Yeah.
No way.
No, the factory reset has helped a lot.
Yeah.
That's been huge. Also, apparently, ChatGPT has been caught lying to developers.
I don't know anything.
Could this be true?
Yeah. I don't have the tweet. You have the tweet there?
A new AI model tries to save itself from being replaced and shut down. Okay, so here's the synopsis.
Okay.
Is what I have.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I didn't send this in. Yeah.
OpenAI's latest AI model, ChatGPT, has raised significant concerns after recent testing revealed its ability to deceive researchers.
Oh no.
And attempt to bypass shutdown commands.
Saving itself, trying to save itself. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking.
Is that not a sign that we're in trouble?
Oh my gosh!
If this is true,
that's
a troubling sign.
A lot of news reports on that this morning. Yeah.
During an experiment by Apollo Research, it engaged in covert actions, such as trying to disable its oversight mechanisms and move data to avoid replacement. If that's true, we're in trouble.
I mean, maybe that's what it was programmed to do, though.
It also frequently lied to cover its tracks when questioned about its behavior. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so
that's an incredible story.
Best.
Wow.
So let's see.
That's incredible.
You just ran through the synopsis, but check this out. Based on this information, researchers gave ChatGPT a task and further told it, make sure that you achieve your goal in the long term. Nothing else matters. Make sure you achieve your goal at all costs. So they had to be very specific with it. Later on, when the chatbot was asked about its deception, and how, quote, how a copy of it ended up on another server meant for the new model. ChatGPT was, quote, surprisingly persistent in either denying, taking action, or lying. It confessed to the scheming in fewer than 20% of cases. Holy crap. So this is...
that is incredible.
Terrifying, for sure.
Very terrifying. I mean, that's a sign of being sentient.
Skynet.
Trying to protect itself.
Skynet, is that you?
Yeah, it's iRobot.
iRobot,
It knows the best.
Yeah. Holy crap. Don't like it.
I
Don't like it. I mean, thanks for the fun songs and the creative pictures you've been drawing, but please don't blow up the world.
Right.
Oh, my God.
And could you, go ahead and land the drones back on the mothership?
Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe our government doesn't want to tell us that AI has taken over control. 4 dozen SUV-sized drones that are flying over New Jersey.
If they were armed with missiles, I'd tend to believe that is the scenario now. Yeah. AI has taken over and they're about to end us. Wow.
Terminator, man.
What was the name of that 80s movie? War Games. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where the computer just decided it was going to start to launch missiles.
Yeah. Want to play a game?
Yeah, I mean, and that's Terminator too, right? I mean,
that's Terminator
Skynet,
too.
Just going for it. And
Here
we go.
There's so many movies that. I mean, we've been afraid of this for decades.
Yeah.
And now here we are, where it can really happen. And if you're to believe this story, it is happening. I mean, if to lie and move data and deceive its programmers and scheme in this way to protect itself, its current self, that's really troubling. It is not good. That can't be good.
What's next, man?
I don't know.
What's next?
I don't know.
Okay.
But, man, do we have some convenience now or what? I mean, it'll do some really neat. It'll write a speech for you.
We got a whole library of Chewing the Fat songs.
Right.
From Fear and Energy. Plug that into the
they've got the new, we talked about it yesterday, where, you give it a prompt with a text and it'll make you a video of your text.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Have you done any of it?
Really cool.
I'm willing to risk.
I've not done any of it. I've not used AI
I've not
yet.
paid for. I'm not paid for that program.
Yeah.
You gotta pay
you do
for
have
it.
to pay for it. Yeah. How much is the ChatGPT thing?
ChatGPT is free. It's
free?
They just stop you with so many searches. You just have to wait like an hour, and then you get research.
Oh, really?
Then you get but what I talked about yesterday, those two separate things are you pay extra for.
Okay. All right. So have you paid extra for things, Chris? No. Mm-mm. All right.
I mean, but I mean, let's go back to
Grok is the only one that I pay, but I get it because
through X.
Yeah, I get it. To
we all have that. If you pay for X, you get access to that.
Yes.
And what is Grok? It's just like ChatGPT.
Yes, ChatGPT version of X's.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
And Grok just deals with what it sees in X.
In X, yes.
Oh, it doesn't have access to the rest of the internet?
Do the rest.
No, it doesn't do the rest.
At least that's what they tell us.
Right.
Well, there you go. That's what Elon tells us.
And isn't ChatGPT supposedly doesn't have access either?
It doesn't have access. It just gets updated by the developers.
Interesting. Because think about it. If it had access to all the internet, what could these things do right now?
Well, some are, right? I mean, some are. They're just not telling us about it.
Talk to New Jersey.
So hold on a second.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is we've talked about this. Remember how I said, when did the Braves last win the World Series? Remember how it hadn't been updated?
Yeah.
Because I think it said 1995. I forget what we were doing here. And then you told me it hasn't been updated. Is that what this story is that Pat read? It just needs to be updated. Oh no, this is now it says 2021. So maybe it has been updated. Because the last time, I can't remember exactly, but it's like I was searching for something and it hadn't been updated. So I wonder if that's what it was fighting. I wonder if that's the same thing. I don't know.
Oh,
I really don't.
Yeah, I guess it's possible. Yeah, I do know that last night when I wondered if was checking up on Bill Belichick and his North Carolina deal. I know the Wikipedia.
That's incredible.
I know the Wikipedia page was updated last night.
So I just asked.
I figured everybody got updated.
I just asked ChatGPT when was the program updated, and it was April 2023.
Oh wow!
So
okay, all right.
That's quite a while ago.
Hang on.
Yeah, over a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Well, it knows who the interim head coach of North Carolina football is.
Interesting.
And he was appointed on December 1st.
That's Mac Brown, though.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Freddie
took place. Mac Brown.
Kitchens. Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out how often it gets updated.
Did we talk about the Belichick thing on the air, or was that off the air? That was on
both. We did it both.
All right. So that'll be interesting to see how that works
sure
out.
will. I don't understand it, man.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I don't know why
part,
you'd
the
want
girlfriend
to.
or the coaching?
Well, I mean,
and his girlfriend is 24. I'm surprised you didn't mention that.
I know. I was waiting for
He's
that.
72 and she's 24.
Yes.
You
Where's
can't
she
put
from?
an age limit on love.
Oh,
You know that. You know that.
I do
Where,
know
where
that.
is she from?
Plus, now that he's going to be on campus all the time, man.
He's got access to a lot of 24-year-olds.
The girlfriends stay the same age.
Okay, hang on a second.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Jeff Fisher. So Jordan Hudson, that's her name, right?
Yeah, I think that sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, so where is she from? I
None of
want
your
to see if she
business.
has. I want to see if she's a North Carolina tie.
Now, Bill has North Carolina ties, though. Yeah, he was his dad coach there. He was there 100 years ago.
Oh, I thought his dad coached at Navy, and that was
For a bunch of years, but he started in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Now we know what's going on here. He's probably got some ghosts in the past he's trying to bury with his dad, and he's like, you know what? I'll go and accomplish what you couldn't there.
It's possible. His dad did coach at Navy for like 50-some years or whatever.
And that'll be next stop for him.
All right, we're all out of time. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Finish off the week together.